Feel that? Foxborough has flipped into January mode, and something's shifting under the surface before the Chargers step into Gillette Stadium. There's a quiet move in the trenches that looks routine until you realize what it's really about. There's a just-in-case tweak on offense that could turn into postseason insurance. And there's the outside noise, the kind that only shows up when you're doing something right. Other teams staring at this building and circling names on the staff. Sit with that for a second. Pressure doesn't only come from the opponent. Sometimes it comes from success. All right, Patriots Nation, if you're riding with me, tap like, subscribe, and drop a comment as we go. Because I already know this is gonna split the room. Be honest, do you trust the Patriot way when the stakes hit max volume? Let's start up front. Because January football is trench warfare. Jeremiah Farms Jr. is back on the practice squad. And no, this isn't just a Tuesday transaction. Farms was released from the active roster on January 3rd, cleared waivers, and now he's back in the building. 3 games in 2025, 3 total tackles. On paper, that doesn't scream impact. Here's the thing, his value isn't the box score. It's familiarity and depth when you're about to play a team that wants to make the run game a statement. Farms was elevated for the Bengals game on November 23rd and the Giants game on December 1st, then signed to the 53-man roster on December 27th and saw action as a reserve against the Jets on December 28th. He's been around Foxborough since 2022 after coming out of the USFL, and over his time with New England, he's played in 31 NFL games, started 5, and logged 45 tackles with 2 sacks. That's not a flashy headline. That's a guy who knows the calls, knows the room, and can help keep the rotation alive when bodies start getting worn down. And the timing matters because the run defense has been a short blanket at times. The Patriots held Miami to 63 rushing yards in the finale, but Devon Achane didn't play. Before that, you saw Derrick Henry, James Cook, the Giants duo of Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary, and Chase Brown all find space in chunks. So even with New England finishing 6th in run defense on the season, you want as much strength and depth along the front 7 as possible before a playoff game that's going to test your discipline, snap after snap. Robert Spillane has been working to return from an ankle injury. Khyiris Tonga has been trying to come back from a foot issue. Milton Williams recently returned from an ankle sprain. Even if Farms isn't a huge snap guy on Sunday, he helps you get through practice, gives the offense better looks, and keeps people from being overextended. And to make room, the Patriots released cornerback Brandon Crossley from the practice squad. That tells you exactly where the priority is right now. Survive the trenches. Now, while everyone's locked in on the defensive front, the wide receiver room has been dealing with a tight squeeze that matters more than people want to admit. Mac Hollins missed his 2nd straight game, went to injured reserve after getting hurt in Week 16, and won't be available until at least the AFC Championship game. That's a veteran presence out of the picture during the exact stretch where you need dependable spacing, blocking, and timing with your quarterback. In the postseason, timing is oxygen, so someone had to step up, and it's been Efton Chisholm III, undrafted, 6th receiver most of the season, playing real football in meaningful moments. Against Miami, he played 44% of the offense's snaps, 1 week after logging a career-high snap total in the blowout win over the Jets. That doesn't happen by accident. That's the staff trusts you to execute the details, usage. And if you watch this offense, you know why that matters. This passing game lives on rhythm and precision. 1 misstep, 1 wrong break, 1 late decision. That's how drives die in January. That's why the Patriots hosted 2 free agent wide receivers on Tuesday, with ESPN's Mike Reese noting the visits. One is Cole Burgess, a former Division II standout who posted 3,133 receiving yards in his 4-year college career, including an 87-catch, 1,375-yard, 16-touchdown senior season. He's spent the last 2 seasons on the Bengals practice squad. The other is Dymere Miller, an undrafted rookie who took a unique route. He started at FCS Monmouth, was a Walter Payton Award finalist, set school records with 90 receptions and 1,293 receiving yards in a season, and had that jaw-dropping 333-yard single game against UNH. Then he transferred to Rutgers, put together a respectable senior season, and earned a spot on an NFL roster, later landing on the Jets practice squad. No signings have happened, and honestly, that's the point. New England isn't just collecting names, they're weighing fit. Who learns fast? Who can step in without disrupting timing? Who understands that in January, one wrong route on 3rd and long isn't a mistake, it's a possession, and sometimes it's your season. Here's the thing, I don't hate the caution. I'd rather be prepared than be surprised. Now, let's pivot to the pressure you can't tape up or rehab. The Arizona Cardinals have requested to interview tight ends coach, passing game coordinator Thomas Brown for their head coaching vacancy, per NFL Network's Cameron Wolfe. Brown joined the Patriots staff shortly after Mike Vrabel arrived. And alongside Josh McDaniels, he's played an integral role in building one of the most effective passing attacks in football. New England finished top 5 in multiple categories: 3rd in total offense, 4th in passing, and 2nd in scoring. Drake Maye didn't just improve. He emerged as one of the top players at his position and a real MVP candidate. You see Brown's imprint in the tight end room too. Hunter Henry has stayed one of Maye's most reliable weapons. Austin Hooper has been a meaningful contributor, not just a name on a game day list. And Brown's resume is real. He's coached with the Rams, Panthers, and Bears, served as offensive coordinator with the Panthers and the Bears, was elevated to interim head coach after the Bears fired Matt Eberflus in 2024, and he's got a Super Bowl LVI championship with the Rams. So when teams come calling, it's not random, it's recognition. By rule, Brown can conduct his first virtual interview after the Patriots' wild card game against the Chargers. The earliest date is January 13, and in-person interviews are permitted until January 19. The timing matters. The focus stays on winning. But the noise is real. Be honest, does that kind of thing leak into a locker room, even a little? Or does it just sharpen everybody's edge? And now we get to the center of this whole run. Drake Maye, 2nd year, and he hit a rare stat line. 4,000 plus passing yards, 30 plus touchdowns, and a 72% completion rate, something only one other quarterback had achieved before. But more than the numbers, it's the arc. Vrabel has said one of the top reasons he took the Patriots job at all was because he'd have Drake Maye. That's a head coach staking the plan on the quarterback. And Maye rewarded that faith by playing like the stage doesn't scare him. Remember 2024? Maye was mismanaged early, got no first-team snaps in the preseason, and didn't start until week 4, while the team hitched itself to Jacoby Brissett. Even in that setup, Maye completed 66% of his passes with 15 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in 12 starts, with very little meaningful preparation. Then 2025 hit, and everything changed. Vrabel upgraded all over the roster, especially the offensive line and the wide receiver room, and Maye took full advantage. Add in rookie running back Tre'Veyon Henderson, bringing real juice and balance, and defenses couldn't just sit on one answer. Play action becomes real. The backfield matters. The red zone becomes less stressful. The result was a Patriots team that went from 4-13 in 2024 to 14-3 in 2025, tied for the best record in the NFL, earning the number 2 seed in the AFC playoffs. A 10-win improvement, one of the best turnarounds this league has ever seen. That's not normal. That's alignment, coaching, roster construction, quarterback play, and chemistry all hitting at once. So stack it all up. A trench move that strengthens depth right when the games get violent. A receiver room preparing for every scenario with Hollins out. A coaching staff drawing interest because the league sees the work. and a quarterback playing like the ceiling doesn't exist. Now I want your take. Is this Patriots team just happy to be in the tournament, or are they built to make a real playoff run? Where do you land on Maye? MVP level for real, or do you need to see it in January first? Hit like, subscribe, and drop your answer in the comments. Let's talk, Patriots Nation.